we haven't even started with decoration yet. Like, you know, we're coming with light play, we're coming in with leaves, doing all of that kind of stuff that I like to do with my builds. But that's gonna have to wait until next time. 100 episodes later. Boop. 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 Wow, gorgeous. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of HermitCraft from the HermitCraft server. Hope everybody are doing fantastic today. I'm doing freaking good. I'm just back from a business trip that I've been on, and I've read your comments from the last episode. It's such a good thing to have when I'm traveling. Those of you who travel a lot, you will probably know this, but crap. When you travel a lot, you spend a lot of time in the like waiting, right? In like airports, in train stations, in bus stations, in boring. How on earth am I stuck here? Oh, there must be a slab that I'm stuck in. Oh, okay. All right, get out of here, slab. Let me out. Yeah, you spend a lot of time just waiting and chilling around and reading through like 300 comments whilst doing so is absolutely unbelievably fun. And it gets me so excited to get started and to play more Minecraft as well when I get back home. So thank you guys a million. It's really appreciated. Now, there was a little bit of a discussion that I'm gonna get to in a little bit. Oh, what on earth? That is something new. I think that is, hold on, let's skip this time trial thing. We'll talk about that in a second. Yeah, I think this must be Tango and possibly Impulse. Hopefully I'm not spoiling anything, but I did catch a stream. Wait a minute. Oh, okay. I was like, am I playing modded? This looks like some chisel and bit action, but it was just fence posters. Yeah, like I was saying, there was a little bit of a drama thing that I'll get to in a second. First the like bait, then we'll get to that. Today though, ladies and gentlemen, later this episode, what I want to do today is finishing the randomizer. And there was so much input from you guys last time. Holy crap. There was this one person who did a video about it. He built it out of freaking diorite and birch, giving me a better way to do it. And we'll talk about that in a second. It's been smart. It's been nerd smart. I'm freaking proud. I've been working some in the hotel on my laptop. I've been doing a lot of work, and I'll show you in a second. But yeah, like I said, first the like button. So guys, thank you again. If you enjoy the videos, if you want to show me support, then you hit the like button when you watched it. Just remember that I'm gonna continue to like bait. There's been a little bit of discussions in my comments. Let's get to that now. I'm gonna fly over to Ren's place now. So there was a discussion. Where am I? Oh, I'm in my freaking base, idiot. Crazy fool. Yeah, there was a discussion. I think it was in the map. I do a map at the moment called Witch Hunter. Episode 3 came out yesterday, and the day before that, or the 2 days before that, was episode 2. Now that video didn't do very well, like view-wise, but that's fine. We played a map. It's a mini-series. It's a bonus series. Call it bonus series. It's bonus videos for those of you who want to hear my voice being an idiot, being a freaking idiot. Go check it out. But there was a discussion in that video talking about me clickbaiting. And the guy, he was completely mad. He was like angry. He was like, dude, you used to be cool and now you're just clickbaiting. The title of the video, now hear this out. I want to hear you guys' opinion about this. The title of the video was Who's Laughing Now, Fools? The reason the title was Who's Laughing Now, Fools is because the first episode we made derp. And everybody was laughing at us. Everyone, hey guys, you guys suck. You're crazy bad at this map and a puzzle and a brain. Well, I named the second episode Who's Laughing Now because we made a crap ton of progress. And that was apparently clickbaiting, and there was a lot of people agreeing. Now, Guys, calm the frick down. First of all, this YouTube stuff is, I want you guys to be inspired and to laugh, okay? Clickbaiting in my head is putting like something on the thumbnail that doesn't have to do with the thumbnail. There are a crap ton of huge, mega huge Minecrafters that sit there and clickbait, and their videos are pretty garbage. Like, they do red arrows pointing at like, oh, they've taken a screenshot at this, right? Oh, this is freaking good. Then they point an arrow at like this area here, and they're like, hidden feature of Minecraft. You have to see this. And there's like a pointing arrow, like, that's freaking clickbaiting. That's clickbaiting. And there are guys who gets like 200,000 views per video doing that. Don't call me a clickbaiter. I ain't freaking clickbaiting, dude. But anyway, now that's out of the way, thank you guys so much for the continued support and love of HermitCraft and of HermitPack. Things are pretty crazy at the moment. I'm very happy with it. But anyway, look at what I've done. Look at it. This is good. So last time, if you guys remember, we did we started the randomizer. We started the booster box packager for Ren. I was a freaking nerd, and since then, as you can see, I've nerded some more, and let me show you what this now does, and then I'll talk about why this thing is so complicated, because a lot of you made fair points. You were like, dude, you don't need to complicate it this much. This is garbage. And then there was a few people tweeting me, hey, have you seen Mumbo's latest video about randomizers with shulker boxes? I hadn't actually seen that, and that's a pretty good way of randomizing things. Had I done this from scratch now, I would have done Mumbo's randomizer. But it's not going to yield any different input. That would just make it a bit smaller, which is, if you guys remember what I always say, space is something that we don't have to be concerned about. But okay, let me show you this, and then I'll talk a little bit about the challenges we still have to deal with. So let's grab a little bit of redstone. I've got this to a point where it will automatically pack the shulker box with the correct amount every single time of Hermitrons. And it will keep running. So the idea is Ren can flick a lever, and then he can go AFK and then come back a few hours later, and he will have X amount of shulker boxes filled or Hermitrons packed. Check this out. We put that on there. A lot of things happen. All of these torches turn on. When these torches turns off, that means that it's picked the item for that thing. So the furthest one is rare and mythic. That's done now. And then I'm gonna break this again because I only want it to run once. The second one is uncommon. Yeah, there we go. And the third one is common. So now this should have sent over to our item elevator and down to the shulker box. One rare. Oh yeah, and I tried to install a breaker. That doesn't work. Let's just put that back. Never mind that. That's not part of the system. Actually, let me remove this for now. I just did this last night in the hotel room. But yeah, like I said, it should have one rare or mythic, 2 uncommon, and 1 common. 3 commons. Oops. Hi. Let's put you down there. Is it not done? Did I make derp? This is not correct. Hold on. Hold on. We have 1 oh, no. Okay. This failed. It actually just put 2 commons in, but I know why. That's because I accidentally, I was digging around here and I dropped a stone on that pressure plate, so it already had the count of 1. Yeah. So let's run this one more time. Hold on. Let me put this back. Freaking failure when I'm gonna show you my nerdiness. Okay, so let's run this again, like that. The torches come on again, and then we should see the same thing happening. Yeah. So there we go. There's the rare. Keep pressing the wrong button when I'm gonna zoom. The rare is done, and uncommon, logically, yeah, there we go, uncommon shuts off, and now the common. Come on, bro, there we go. Alright, let's have a look at it. This is good, like, I'm so freaking proud of this contraption, you won't even believe it. Okay, let's just make sure that everything has been sent. It takes a little bit of a time. Yeah, things are still plopping up. Okay. Oh crap, I forgot to break the... Oh, I'm such an idiot. Second trial failed. I forgot to shut it off. Okay. Frickin' idiot me. Yeah, so if I don't shut it off, it will continue to run because at the moment, we don't have a shulker box loader, and that's something that I want to take care of here. Let me put this back. Let's run this again properly. Alright, so here we go. Attempt number 3. Let's start it, and then I'm gonna shut it off again. Boom. Again, like this is obviously something we have to hook up to a button, but I just want to run it once because we don't have a shulker box loader, so it's going to continue to run and put it in the same shulker box. Okay, it looks good. Hold on. Yeah. Let's see. Uncommon, common, common, and rare. There we go. So it did it. Very, very good. Okay. So now I've been waiting for this. This is the only frustrating thing with being on travels and having a full-time job, is that I can't like respond to your comments with a video immediately. I have to wait until I'm home, and I have to wait until my work is over, like my job and stuff. But here are some of the things. Now we're gonna nerd ourselves down, and then I'll probably finish this off camera. But some of the things that we need to do with this system that a lot of you guys missed when you said to me that I was a nerd, that I was a noob. That's right, a lot of you freaking called me noob. Noobiskal hashtag. Yeah, a lot of the things that you guys missed whilst having good points was the fact that if we want this to fully randomize 144 commons, let's just start here. We need to have, we can't have them queued up. Right? So a lot of you were suggesting have one dropper and then have a chain of hoppers, and Ren puts the items into the hoppers and then just randomize the dropper. Now, if we would do it that way, we would not have as much randomization. So look at it practically, or in theory. A freaking idiot I am. I can't explain this. But if Ren is standing there, up there, and he's crafting up 144 common Hermitrons, then he puts it into a chest, and we just have one dropper. There, the 4 times 9, so 36, are gonna fill up in one dropper, right? And they're gonna fill up in the order he makes them. And since he makes them in sets, he's gonna fill that up with the first two or three sets is gonna be in the first dropper, which means at the end of the day, the randomization isn't on all the Hermitrons. It's only on the first 36. And we can't have it like that. We can't have it queued up like that. That's why I've complicated it this much. That is why I'm using 4 droppers. That is why I'm using a counter. And yeah, I hope that makes sense. It's even more visible with the rares and mythics, where he will make like 3 rares and then push the button. You don't want them first 3 rares to be within the same 3 Hermitrons. Alright, enough of freaking Nerdskull 2017 and all the noobiness and garbage. Let's have some fun now. What I want to do is I want to design the area where Ren is going to be using this machine, because at the moment this is all just like wires, and I see this as the freaking motherboard. Well, motherboard of the system. Okay, so what we're gonna have up here, I put down an oak floor because Ren uses oak for floors apparently. Freaking idiot. What we need is, Ren needs to have 3 input chests, right? We need 1 for uncommons or commons, 1 for uncommons, and 1 for rare somewhere. And then what I want to do is I want him to have, actually maybe we'll have something like this. Maybe we'll have the chests over here. I think this should be the end of the house right here, if we can fit it. Hold on, let's put these properly. Common, uncommon, and rare. Yeah, that should be his input chests. Then what I want, if possible, I'm thinking of having like a little bit of a display. Display? Someone said in the comments as well, my OCD is crazy when you say pran. Stupid idiot, it's plan. Well, I don't know what English school you went to, but it wasn't the same as mine, for real. I'm just kidding, sorry. I will start saying plan because it's how you're supposed to say it, you stupid noob. Okay, let's go down and grab a shulker box. We have a few issues that I still haven't worked out with the system, by the way. One is the fact that the way I was going to load the droppers doesn't actually work. You can't put hoppers like this because they won't ever be sucked down. They will just travel here. Yeah, look at that. They will just travel there. So this is a big issue at the moment that I need to solve. And I have a little bit of an idea for how we can do this. Hold on, let me maybe show you that. Where's my redstone box? Yeah, here it is. Okay, so my idea because we can't load it like that, and if as you can see, I've done something here as well, but the problem with this is that it will start backlogging the hoppers before it's filled up the dropper. So what we probably have to do, and like I said, I haven't quite figured this out yet, but I think we need another area of droppers, and the only area to fit that is to go upwards. So I'm probably gonna have a chain of hoppers like this, and then like up here I'll have to build another dropper line, so the same that we have as we have there, and then the chests. There was, in the video of this person who tried to help me out, he did something very clever. He split he made a double chest, right? And then having a double chest and 2 hoppers facing into droppers. Jeez, it's a lot of hoppers and droppers. If I put in, let's see how this works. If I put in 10 redstone, yeah, it will split the redstone. So that's already a little bit of a randomizer right there. So maybe we can use that somehow to load these. We have just enough droppers down here to fill the system, and we don't want to backlog things in the hoppers if we can avoid it. But yeah, I'll have to think about that. Anyway, like I said, let's get back up. What I want Rendog to see is the shulker box being not loaded necessarily, because I don't want him to know exactly what's in the shulkers. But I want the shulker box to be sitting here behind a window, then being broken, and then I'll put it into his final chest, which I guess we'll have to move this in. Hold on, let's just let's schedule this out. If we would have another chest. By the way, is my volume low? It's not low. Why is it so low for me? It's almost boring, like I can't even hear the freaking footsteps. Yeah, we're gonna need a double chest here for sure, because we want him to be able to go AFK, right? So maybe we'll have something like that, and then behind there he will see the shulker box being broken. This is gonna be tricky. This is gonna be a little bit tricky. So what I need to do, in order to get this, I need my shulker box loader. That is the one thing that's stopping me from having the system running all the time. And with that, I also need a timing so that the shulker box will always get loaded with the correct amount of items before it's broken. Now, as it is at the moment, the system will just keep running, even though or the system won't know if the shulker box has been broken or not. So I need to take this signal, I need to delay delay it enough so that the shulker box can be loaded with 9 items. And then I need to break it and place a new one. But first things first, I probably need to extend that item elevator that I have there so that it plops up over here. And this, yeah, look at this. We're gonna run into his yard here, and his freaking white horse standing behind there. So I'm probably gonna have to move it all. Freaking, this is a lot of work. 10 diamonds he paid me. 10 diamonds. Well, this is getting very, very, very long drawn for me. Okay, so this is about 6 hours later. Freaking Redstone and me, we don't marry very well. Stupid I am. But yeah, this is like 6 hours later, and I've been trying my hardest to make this work every single time. But since we're playing on a server, I've ran into some issues. I've tested this in single player and it works every single time. Let me show you what I've done. So when I last left off in the last cutscene, I was just saying we need a shulker box loader, etc, etc, etc. That is this thing here. Basically, the job of this machine is to dispense a shulker box, and then our items, our hermitrons, will be coming up this elevator here, and then outputting into the dispenser, right? And then we wanted to break the dispenser and put it in this chest, and the shulker box is to be final. That works, but what? This is bad. I think what I need is just a break in from my brain at the moment, because I think I've overcomplicated this. This is like my prototype number 4 to make this work precise and every single time. So let me show you. Basically, we also, I built a dashboard. I freaking like dashboards. I made an on-off switch for the printer. I call the printer the clock, so that's that thing over there. That thing, or this thing needs to be on in order for any other function to work. And then we have a run once thing. Printer needs to be on, so if I click this, it should create one Hermitron box. And then we have the auto run, and this is what's causing issues. Because of server lag and because of the randomizers not being timed but being counted, it's a little bit hard to know when to break the shulker box. Here's what I did. I tried to install another counter up here. This is, as I said, this is like my fourth prototype. I used a timer, I used another counter and stuff, but up here I have a counter that's gonna count to 6, and it's counting the number of items passing through in this hopper line. However, in Minecraft, if you just throw a crap ton of items through a hopper line, this comparator will be on all the time when the items are traveling. And the reason for that is because they travel quicker than the comparator can give out a pulse. So on top of that, let's get a little bit tech nerdy here. On top of that, I added this redstone torch here that will lock the hoppers. Can I freaking get up there? Yeah, the torch is there. That will turn on this torch and lock these 3 hoppers whilst there's an item in this. So if I put an item in there, that's gonna lock these hoppers. And then I thought I had it, but I ran into another bug now, and I just, at this point, I'm just like, I can't freaking do this. The thing is, sometimes it loads 5 items, sometimes 6 items, and sometimes 7 items. And I've narrowed it down to have to do with, it has to do with the hopper lag or something with the server. It's freaking annoying. And outside as well, I don't know if you can hear this, but this is pretty crazy. We have a snow blizzard in Stockholm today. It's windy like crazy. I went out earlier and I took a ride in my car, and wow, the snow is blowing everywhere. It's pretty cool. But okay, then what I've also done, this line here that you see here, this redstone tuk, this is an override control for if we run out of shulker boxes, that's gonna stop the system. That's completely gonna halt the system, right? But anyway, let's try out the run once thing. So if I click here, that will basically activate the loop, but only once. So I down here, I've hooked up oh crap, it's the wrong freaking thing again. I've hooked up a block that travels down and lets the signal come through and reset the line once. And then on the auto print, I've simply hooked that up to a lever instead, so it runs all the time. But basically, now my husky, she's like, there's snow outside. She's starting to talk. Basically, you see that comparator blink every time a Hermitron passes through. And there we go. That was hopefully, I thought I saw a repeater like just plop up. My husky started going crazy, so I had to take care of her. Yeah, where were I? Yeah, every time an item travels through, this blinks. So let's see the result. This ran only once, so it stopped again. And we have a shulker box. Yeah, look at this. 4 items. And that is so strange. It is so random that it has to do with lag. Oh, it's only ever counted to 4 as well. Hold on. This is a good thing. Oh, maybe I hadn't reset it. Oh, okay. Hold on. Let's see. Yeah, there should be items in here. Let's just do that again. It may have been items in there, because this is a complete set. Okay, let's do that again. There's the shulker box. I just did the run once. The shulker box is being placed with this torch signal here. And this torch signal it goes on whenever the items, or it goes off whenever the item starts to be loaded. And whenever it turns on, that's when the item selection is done. So now the Hermitron selection has been completed. And now we just need to wait for all the items to travel up and make it into the shulker box before we can break it, because it takes some time for some reason for some of the items. Okay, there we go. Okay, this time it worked. Yeah, hold on. 1 mythic, 2 uncommons, and I bet you that there's 3 commons in there. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. That's the commons. These are the uncommons, and that's the mythic. There we go. So that works. And knowing that works, then the auto run should work. But here's where it starts failing. Let me show you. I turn this on. The same thing happens in the system, except for the fact that that's a lever. So this thing is now extended all the time. And when this line, as I've shown you before, when this line comes off, that's when a cycle is complete. And that's when the items are waiting for it to be packed in the shulker boxes. So we're going to see that come off when it's still not picked all the uncommons. There you go, uncommon and commons done. So now it's going to reset. Boom. Now it's going to start another cycle. And during this time, we have the time to package the other shulker box. I just got an idea. Maybe we'll have to lock that line until the shulker box enters the chest. Until it enters here. Oh, again. Again it did 4, and this is the second run. Crap. Why did it do 4 this time? This is so weird. It's giving me different outputs. I don't freaking know anymore. I really don't freaking know. It's important though that we do this with a counter instead of a timer, because if Ren unloads the chunk, we want it to be able to pick up wherever he last left off. It's just being thorough, basically, making sure that it doesn't bug out. Because obviously, if we pack as much as one Hermitron wrong, his whole game will fail. Like, everything will just collapse. So we gotta be careful, man. We gotta be very careful that we're doing the right thing here. Gentlemen, ladies, I think I got it. I think I finally freaking solved every single part. Wait, I'm lying. I haven't solved the loading yet of the Hermitrons, but that's easy. That will be easy to do. But yeah, like I said, I think I've solved every single part of the randomization and the loading. Here's what I added, and this just like I've been sitting here thinking about this for hours, and then as I recorded that clip that you just saw, it just struck me. I added onto this line. This line goes off whenever items are being loaded. My throat is just dead. But anyway, and then when items are complete, when items are completed to be selected, they are traveling up this elevator. Then this comes back on. Now what I did was on this power signal, I installed a T flip-flop. That's a T flip-flop right there. This is a monostable sticky piston 1-tick T flip-flop. Nerd, freaking nerd. I installed that on this line here, so whenever we are loading things, this T flip-flop activates a lock thing for the loader. Let's head down. I show you. Yeah, it comes down this red line here and activates this torch, which means that it's gonna lock this line, which, as you guys remember, is the power line for the whole system. It's gonna lock it until the items are completely or have completed. Oh no, sorry, it's just gonna lock it. Yeah, it's a T flip-flop, so the redstone block goes over here, right? Then let me get back up. Yeah, okay, and then once that is done, so it's locked during the time or from when the items are starting to load. Then what it's gonna do is, once the items have counted to 6 up here in our counter, we are taking a signal here, right, at the moment, which sends a pulse to that piston there. Jeez, this is getting so complicated. Yeah, it sends a signal to this piston, breaking the shulker box and essentially loading it. It's also going to, at this stage here, take a signal to the left and send that back to the T flip-flop, unlocking it. So basically, the system now knows when it's completed the Hermitron, and then it will reset. This makes auto run work, I think. So check this out. Let's just try it. I've been working a little bit on a shulker box loader here as well. This light will be on if there's a shulker box in the system, and if it's off, as I said before, I have an overflow here that will completely shut the system down. So at no point should this fail. And the reason this is so complicated is because I should be protected against everything right now. Like, you shouldn't be able to break this, which is freaking important when we build a redstone system for Ren. But yeah, you guys know what I'm freaking talking about. Okay, so that shulker, yeah, there we go. That's done, and now it allowed for the system to run one more time. So let's see. Crap. Are you kidding me? I've seriously tried this with like 10 and never failed. No need to worry. This is actually running and working. That's nice. That's what I want to see right there. This is good. But holy crap, has this been complicated. Okay, let's just see. Yeah, there we go. That is 6 items. So what I'm looking for is the R, the UU, CC, and then one more. Then I know that it's correct, because the last one is also a common. This is beautiful. This has been a freaking grind. Holy crap. And no one will ever like know how much time this took to actually make, because it's only going to be used like once for a major run. Alright, you crazy fools. I have not. This is the next morning. I went to freaking bed and because I decided that I wanted to test it thoroughly, so I refilled all the Hermitrons that I had been using for testing, and I put them in the system, and then I ran the system's auto run. Come on, can I do? Yeah, I did it. I need to buy some more of these. And then I ran the system overnight, and I woke up this morning and everything was working. Every single shulker box was correctly filled. So that is the system finally freaking complete. I just need to install the loaders, but I'm gonna do that off camera at some other stage. Oh, hi! I'm just out flying, seeing the server. I wanted to visit Vintage Beef's base just before I end this episode. But yeah, that Hermitron loader, it's been a project. Holy crap! I hope you guys have enjoyed. I wanted to show you guys this because I was watching Vintage Beef's episode the other day, and his base is getting really pretty at the moment. He's very clever with things like, I believe this is like a jetpack. He got a robot! He has a robot, one of these with using the observers. That is awesome. That is a pretty good build. I just want to say, like, I've been... the amount of hours that this redstone has taken for this freaking Hermitron. In this episode alone, I've been playing for 22 hours. Yeah, call me inefficient, but it's been so much issues that I've run into with the freaking redstone that it's been crazy. So I'm ready to move on to something. I wanna do some building and stuff next time, probably. But anyway, that's gonna do it for today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. What is going on here? DNA with diorite and purpur. Whew. I'm feeling a little bit sick now. Fantastic. But anyway, yeah, like I was saying, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you've enjoyed the video. If you have, remember to hit the like button, and I shall see you in the next episode.